And so we have come on to our All Angles lunchtime update, and we continue with All Angles at this hour. We've got our reporters on the ground, Pule Letshwiti-Jones, who of course is in Johannesburg outside Luthuli House. We have Moloto in Bloemfontein and Siphamandla Goge in Mpumalanga. I'm going to start with Pule Letshwiti-Jones, of course, who's covering the Johannesburg leg of that protest, or rather demonstration by the Democratic Alliance going to Luthuli House. Pule, a little earlier on, not so long ago, actually a few minutes ago, we saw a scuffle seemingly happening with the ANC Youth League members wanting to approach DA members. What's the latest now?
Yeah, well, definitely what we understand is that the members of the SAPS have directed members of the ANC Youth League to the headquarters of the ANC, being Luthuli House. Let me step out of shot so my colleague can just show you. As you can see right now, they are currently being addressed by the ANC Youth League NYTT leadership, of course, which includes the convener, the coordinator, the national organizer, speaking to them right now. And some of the remarks that have come out of there is that they have shown the DA who's boss. Really saying that they have claimed their territory and that the DA has failed to actually come to the doorstep of the ANC Luthuli House or even present any sort of memorandum or piece of paper whatsoever to declare what are some of their demands. This was also coming from the ANC spokesperson Pule Letshwiti earlier on, who said that they will not be accepting any memorandum whatsoever from the DA, and that some of the leadership of the ANC would be engaging in the energy dialogue. Let's just take a listen to what Pule Letshwiti had to say.
The ANC is not going to be receiving any memorandum from the DA. The Luthuli House is not a playground for other political parties that are trying to garner mileage. So they mustn't do this. The country is facing electricity challenges. The ANC today is convening an energy dialogue that the Secretary General of the ANC will be addressing with all other industry experts. We dispatched our ANC Youth League to come and welcome the DA because we felt that they are that size. So the ANC can't. Officials of the ANC are quite busy doing a number of performing a number of other responsibilities, and we must thank the ANC Youth League. They've been here since early morning, waiting for the guests. But Luthuli House is not going to be receiving any memorandum. So they are wasting their time.
All right, let me bring in Moloto, who is covering the case of the 3 men arrested for an alleged racist attack in Maselspoort on Christmas Day in Bloemfontein. That case has been postponed to the 28th of next month for further investigation. Moloko, we understand that the family is looking to actually file a civil lawsuit.
Hello, Maselspoort. Indeed, the case was before the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. It was a short briefing, I must say. I don't think it even took 15 minutes. And the presiding officer then postponed it to the 28th of February at the request of the state that says it still needs to do further investigations because they are saying that they still need to get hold of a footage. Of course, we have all seen the footage that did the circulation on social media, but somebody with legal background said, look, you cannot just get that video from social media, you need to get it at least from the original source, which is the establishment where this incident happened, because if they just get any video from social media, we don't know if it's been edited out, if some aspects of the incident were edited out, so it may not be admitted, or the accused may just try to argue for that particular video footage, if it comes from social media, to be not admitted in court. But we are expecting that the matter will be back on the 28th of February. Yes, we did speak to various political parties that were out in court. The EFF brought the largest numbers, and of course you had other leaders such as the MEC of Economic Development in the province. We spoke to the family. Professor Brian Nakedi, who is the father of the 13-year-old. You'd recall that the 18-year-old was the son or is the son of a relative who had visited the Nakedi family at the time from Soweto in Johannesburg. So the family are saying through their lawyer, who comes from a civil society organization called Black Forum South Africa, which was in court on a watching brief on behalf of attorney Zola Majavu, who we know that he has been instructed by the family to represent them in this matter. So they are saying that in addition to the criminal processes, they will also be pushing for a civil claim against the accused. Maybe let's listen there to the family, the father, Professor Brian Naked.
We are so far good in the sense that there are further investigations and the state is very much seized with the matter. So we are in the hands of the NPA so far. It cannot be a total ban on their lives. However, they are at the moment trying to take it easy. As you may be aware, there has been a resumption of academic activities, and they are now focusing on what needs to be done at their age.
Right, let's go to Siphamandla Goge in Mkhondo in Mpumalanga. Sipa, a third suspect in the murder of the Mkhondo councillor and his two friends was meant to appear in court today. The three face charges, I understand, of murder and attempted murder for allegedly killing Sibonelo Ntshangase and his friends Sandile Khumalo and Sizwe Mbingo. What's the latest on this case now?
Indeed, a suspect who becomes the third suspect in this murder case has appeared at the P30 Magistrates Court. Proceedings were very brief. It was meant to be an adjournment because the suspect will be co-joined, or rather the suspect will join his co-accused on the 30th of January when they apply for a bail. So the latest is that the third suspect has appeared in court. He is of course remanded in custody up until the 30th of January, whereby the accused person in this case now will join his co-accused when they apply for bail. He becomes part of those that have been arrested in connection with the murder of the local councillor in Mkhondo together with his two friends. It's a case that has generated a lot of public interest here. High-profile politicians have descended on Mkhondo because the issue of killings of activists and political leaders appears to be on the rise in Mkhondo. The premier of this province has alluded to the fact that they are concerned about that. The ANC in the province has also reiterated the same message. Police Minister General Peggy Cele and his police's top brass visited Mkhondo when the councillor was gunned down, and they did raise concerns about this seemingly increasing number of people who are being gunned down in Mkhondo. Earlier on today, we attended a special council sitting whereby the council of Mkhondo, which is said, by the way, to be at the center, or which is alleged to be at the center of what is going on in this area. They were electing new leadership there. The new mayor and the new speaker were being elected from the ANC. The new mayor, Ngelosi Ndlovu, alluding to the fact that the issue of what is termed political killings is worrying in this area. Remember that the councillor that was gunned down was a local councillor at Mkhondo municipality. Before him, another councillor was gunned down in November, and there have been concerns about slow pace of investigations and arrests when it comes to these matters, which we are sure that the people of Mkhondo will be at least excited to see that there is some progress in the latest case whereby at least 3 suspects have been arrested. They will come back to court on the 30th of January to apply for bail. And also in the midst of all of that, there is another interesting case that is happening. It involves the former local mayor, Mr. Vusi Mota, and his co-accused, Mr. Sfiso Sangweni, but they have not been charged with murder. They have been charged with being found in possession of an unlicensed firearm. So they will be back on the 2nd of February to apply for their bail. So there are 2 cases that are of public interest here in Mkhondo: the murder of the councillor and his 2 friends, and of course the arrest of the local mayor who was found in possession of an unlicensed firearm.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, Sipha. I was about to ask you if that actually is linked, but that was your lunchtime update on all angles here.